going to take you inside the garage, the gym, where this stuff happens. And I'm going to spin the camera around if I can. I probably can't, but let me just sort of turn it around. So at the moment, it is an absolute tip. Now, it doesn't look that big. It doesn't look like there's much stuff in here. You know, we've got Vespa in here, we've got ladders, we've got cardboard boxes, we've got so much junk. You can see over the back of me. This, in general, used to be the workout area. I'll try and hold it up a bit more. You've actually got a squat bar rack over there, squat rack even. There is a bench under here somewhere. Underneath this, there is a bench that's holding the trainers up and the Pepsi Maxes. It's an absolute tip. We've got the wall with some good sayings on there. It's used to call my deadlifts, and that wasn't the peak. That's 162.5 was the highest I'd done, and that was probably about 2 years ago. Certainly wasn't in the last year. Recording squats and stuff like that as well. So one of the things I want to do, obviously, is to reinvigorate my home gym. So you've seen the air bike. That's currently indoors. So there's, as you can see, absolutely no room for it in here. The plan is to clear out as much of this as we can. We've got the what I want to call a DIY shelf there. Just stuff, bits and pieces I've picked up over the last 2-3 years owning a house. We've also we do have a spin bike here that you can kind of see buried under stuff. So the plan is to clear out all of this stuff over here, clear it all out. Most of it's junk, most of it could be scrapped, taken down a dump or whatever. There is actually, believe it or not, there's a garage door the other side of that, and the plan is, because as you can see with the ceiling in here, it's like, you know, it's metal ceiling. It gets stuck really hot in the summer, difficult to do workouts. So the idea is to have that popped open for most of the workouts during the summer, and obviously have it closed. That, you know, see, it's just can't get to it whatsoever. There is a lot of junk in here. Don't really know where to start. First and foremost, the scooter, the Vespa, that normally stays outside, but it's just kind of been in here because I haven't been riding it for obvious reasons. So that can go out. That'll create a bit more space. But other than that, there is just a lot of junk. I'm kind of resisting doing too much. You know, like I say, I feel really good. I'm 5 weeks post-op, 4 weeks since being at home. I've done a lot more than I probably should have done. You know, I've started working out. I've cut the grass yesterday. I've done stuff, but kind of within my limits. You know, I know when it feels good, feels bad, or whatever. That said, you know, I'm kind of holding off because, you know, scooter weighs a bit. You know, even I'm not gonna lift it, but pushing it is a bit of weight. Pretty much everything over there, you can see, fairly happy I can lift that. But it's when we start getting over here. So the actual spin bike has got a 15 kilo, I think, or a 20 kilo flywheel. So straight away, there's a lot of weight there. And I think in general, everything else back there, you know, so there's a lot of cardboard. There is a drum set behind there as well, actually, that, you know, for a couple of years playing the drums. So there's not too much weight there, but what I'll do, I'll show down there. So there is actually, not that you can see underneath Soap and Glory boxes and pink boxes that are my wife's. There's a weight plates down there, and obviously, yeah, there's 5 kilos, there's 2.5 kilos and stuff like that. But then we've got the 15s, the 20s, the 25s, the 50s. There's no way I'm lifting that, so that might have to stay in situ. I'll show the floor from what you can see. So that is just sort of generic sort of foam padding that you can buy from B&Q. I think I bought 2 packs off Amazon, pack off B&Q. But what I want to do is do the whole floor all the way back. So the idea being, 3 weights stay over here. So we've got squat rack. Might have to buy a new one. That's 7 years old now, that thing, and it is rickety. Depending on how heavy I start lifting, we'll see what we do with that. But that will be the 3 weight area. And then what I want to do over here, where there's the room, and it's a little bit taller, because the roof kind of slants down that way, so all the rainwater can fall off there, is to have the sort of cardio equipment. So to have the spin bike and the air bike, and they're going to take up pretty much two sections over there. I've also got down here, I don't know if you can see properly on there, is battle ropes, or like a weighted rope to do some additional cardio. So there is a lot of equipment in here, and this used to be really tidy. And over the years, certainly the last year with the procedure going on and all that sort of stuff, didn't work out as much in here. So I kind of, I was a little less precious about the space. And as we were buying more stuff, the majority of the cardboard boxes here is just stuff we bought. There's a TV box, the air bike boxes even in here, and that needs to go to the dump. So I might make a start on it now. Just kind of wanted to give you guys the sort of view of what it is, what it looks like now currently. And it looks tiny because there's so much crap in it. I do have these really, really useless reflective tile things. So I did have, right, so there's a really weird guy, and if he watches this, I doubt he'll ever watch this, but at my work when I was maybe a first or second year apprentice, I was only like 17, 18, maybe 19 at a push. I saw an advert in like the communal coffee areas, and it said like mirror tiles, free to a good home, load of mirror tiles taken off the walls or whatever. And at the time I was just doing up the spare room at my mum's house, and I wanted free weights in that. And this was like real early days, so real light weights, nothing heavy. And it was upstairs as well, so it could have been too heavy. But I was like, oh yeah, no idea. There was no name on it. There was just call this number or text this number or something like that. And so I did. I think I left a text message saying I was interested, and didn't hear anything. And then one day there was this massive box of like used mirror tiles on my desk at work, and apparently there was like a real creepy guy who dropped them off, and apparently had them on his ceiling or something. So those mirror tiles had seen a lot of things, but I used them on the wall in that spare room at mum's. When we myself and wife, before she was a wife, we rented a house, and it had a really nice garage, bigger than this, and it actually had a pitched roof. So I'm short and I could touch the ceiling, so there's not too much overhead work going on in here. But yeah, they went there with me, and I was just kind of like sticking them on the wall. So invariably every time we moved or every time I had to take them off, some broke. Went back to her mum's when we were saving up to buy this house, and she's got a really big wooden shed, so majority of them came with me there. We enough to do kind of like a full length mirror type thing, and again most of them broke when we went to move. So none, long story short, none of them made it here. So I went on like Amazon or something and mirror tiles, and it's literally sticky back tin foil, and it's useless. So one of the things I do need to do, maybe look on eBay or whatever, trying to find like a full length mirror. Don't want to go anywhere and buy one, because it would just be bloody ridiculous. But yeah, showing you the start of this. My aim is to pretty much from now, I'm working out every morning. I'm jumping on the air bike for 20 minutes, very steady state. If no one knows what an air bike is, recommend looking it up. They're a really good full body workout. I'm just going steady state on it at the moment, so it's just very, very casual. Heart rate not going up too much. But the idea is, they use it a lot of the CrossFit games and stuff like that, and it's a real quick way of accelerating heart rate, burning calories. High intensity interval training is really good for that. So in the future, a couple of weeks, couple of months or whatever, be using it for that. So I do need to keep some functionality in the garage. We do have the freezer here, so I don't know if you can see it. So that's been taken out of the kitchen, that's in here. So we need room for that. We've got the gardening equipment in here as well, and as I mentioned, the DIY shelf. So I think first things first, what I'm probably going to do is take out as much stuff as I can that is just junk really. Put it to one side to get rid of it. Anything that my wife needs to sort out, because most of this is probably hers, she can sort out. And anything that's worth selling, we've got like a dog cage down there, see, so it's from when our first dog, when he was a puppy, we bought that, and he was barely in it. So some of the stuff we'll probably sell, but yeah, this is a gym. And as you can see, other than the back wall there, which I painted with chalkboard paint like a couple of years ago or whatever, the rest of it is pretty grimy. There's some weird patterns there. They were there before we moved in. No idea what they're about. Got a really crappy window here that's like plastic or something like that, so might do something with that. Whatever. The key thing I'll try and show up there, you kind of see some daylight. It really isn't watertight. It's garage, so there's not much to do. There is electricity though. We do have a fuse board that's in here, runs off the mains in there. So we do have the strip light that's kind of above my head there. We do have a double plug socket as well, and I'll probably get my brother-in-law down here just to maybe spur off another plug socket, spur off another light, because at the moment it's fine. We've got sunlight coming in from outside and strip light on, but it'll be a bit dark. So yeah, this is the kickoff video, and I'll keep keep you posted. Maybe do a time lapse video.